All right. Looking good, and also looking good. All right. And we're live. Sweet. So, it has been, oh my gosh, literally the moment I open my mouth, the second YouTube's like, the stream bitrate's weird. It's not. It complains about this every single time, and there's never actually an issue. So I'm just going to tell it, shut up, and we're good. Great. There we go. All right, so it has been a very busy week. I'm exhausted, but I still wanted to stream because I look forward to doing this every single week. Getting life crap out of the way, it's just kind of been really stressful at work, and there's a good chance we might not be open in a week or two just because everyone's stressed out, so people aren't hitting numbers, and it's bad. It's all really bad. But good news is I got around to finishing up the Final Fantasy VII Remake, and my issues with the ending aside, I think it's fantastic. I think it's really good. I would highly recommend going out and getting it, and much like Mass Effect 3, just kind of ignore the last hour of it. It's it's really good though, through and through. A lot of the changes they made were definitely for the better. It's pretty much everything I wanted in a remake for Final Fantasy VII. Because there's a bunch of people who are just like, oh, you're not happy with it because it wasn't a carbon copy of the original game. And it's just like, no. Why would I buy the Final Fantasy VII Remake if I wanted a carbon copy of the original? I could just go out and buy the original, which is literally available on everything in a microwavable toaster. So, that. But no, I love what they did with the characters. I really enjoyed the changes they made to the gameplay. It looks breathtaking and gorgeous. The soundtrack's amazing. It's great. It's phenomenal. It's fantastic. I might recommend waiting for a sale only because of the ending. I wouldn't recommend picking up the $80 version, I'll tell you that. You get a couple of materia that are handy, but you don't need them at all. An art book, which is like 20 pages, and it's fine. And the soundtrack, which you can't actually download the MP3s from. It's just an app you open up on your PlayStation. It's kind of disappointing. But yeah, there's ways to rip that and everything, but whatever. But I would recommend just getting the game itself. It's good. More worth your money, though, I think, is Persona 5 Royal, which is utterly fantastic and made a lot of really smart changes to the base game. Removed a lot of things that really annoyed me, like, we're gonna telling you to go to bed every night. And every addition to it has been positive. In about 40-ish hours I put into it so far. Would highly recommend Royal, especially if you loved the original Persona 5, and it comes with all the DLC, the original DLC. So you're really not missing out on anything, except there's a season pass for some reason. I don't. Ugh, whatever. So tonight, though, speaking of Persona, we are going to be playing another Atlus game. An Atlus game I actually remember fondly. I played a lot of it, but I never actually completed Thousand Arms. I think I got to the beginning of the second disc and got distracted by something else, which is normal for me. I find myself playing a lot of games and then getting distracted by the next thing that comes out, and it's horrible. I have a backlog that's pretty much the size of the state at this point. I fear looking at my Steam library some days. It's bad. But back to Thousand Arms. It is a very unique specimen because it was kind of the precursor for something we didn't get a lot of in the United States, and yet we got it. Thousand Arms is a hybrid RPG/dating sim where the dating sim aspect of it actually matters greatly. You date and foster relationships with other characters that you meet in it in order to power up your weapons. You're it's been forever. I think you're a spirit enchanter or something like that. But I remember it fondly, and I doubt it's aged as well as it has in my head. I remember really liking the combat. I remember really hating the main character. I imagine that hasn't changed. But before we get into the game, again, because I was lazy and just didn't go and grab the PS3, I'm actually unsure of how that plays on here. I tried a couple emulators to make sure it works again. None of them play it perfectly, because why would they? It's Thousand Arms, it's obscure, and it's hardly the focus of anyone making an emulator. Austin Powers Pinball probably works better than Thousand Arms does. But with all that being said, I'm going to go ahead. We will boot it up and play. The emulator of choice I ended up having to go with was EPSXE, which was royally... Thanks for the loud-ass car, dude. Which was royally messing up Parasite Eve. And then I went to go play this on RetroArch. And RetroArch's like, oh, well, we can only use one core. I'm like, but why? I'm like, we don't know. But that one core kept cutting out the voice acting. Which was just weird. EPSXE is playing it fine, but EPSXE really smooths things out too much. I don't like it. But it's what we have, so we're going to deal with it. So, let's go. Oh, hey. That thing I mirrored isn't working. Give me a second. There it goes. Look at that logo. Okay, make sure the controller's working.
Red Company!
Red! Adjust the volume a bit here. And there we go. All right. This over a little bit. Me. Awesome. All right, everything appears to be in working order, so let's go. I'm not actually sure if the opening video of this is gonna get copyright claimed or not.
I know. That's enough. Be quiet already.
God.
I said stop it. But I'm starving. This is all their fault.
I actually like
if
this.
If it wasn't for them, I could still be having fun with the ladies.
I actually love this because it's just like, hey, voice acting. It's like, up, and it's gone. Wow, these sprites look... I forgot that the villagers' sprites just... They're so deformed. I mean, this game definitely looked better just playing it on a TV, but I don't know if it's EPSXE or not. Meanwhile... Young master, today will be your last day to flirt with girl. Okay! Oh, jeez, that's my controller unplugging. Thanks. Last day to flirt with girls. It's just something... Father, Master Cliff Course. Oh, no! Oh, no, don't do this. Hang on. Oh, you're not pulling this crap on me now. I slightly moved the USB. I do. Wouldn't be a stream unless something went wrong. Yep, now none of the buttons are working because I had the gall, the sheer audacity. Give me a second. How dare I even think about having the controller accidentally unplugged during the stream. Nuts. Alright, let's try this again. Okay, why did I close the folder with the emulator in it? Possible reason would I have to do that? Okay. Gonna have to run through that intro again, aren't we? Probably. Most likely. Yep, working now. Okay, so apparently the USB on this is very finicky, and I have to be careful not to bend it too much. Oh, I forgot I can't skip.
That's enough. Be quiet already.
Yeah, we won't be able to skip this again. Great.
I said stop it. But I'm starving. This is all their fault.
I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. It's like
If it wasn't for them, I could still
strangely
be having fun
peaking.
with the ladies.
the ladies. Yeah, I distinctly remember not liking mice that much at all, but I liked the other characters. And isn't that weird? Normally with a JRPG, you kind of get along with everyone in the party in specific ways, but like your cast of characters you pick up are far more likable than the main character. Alright, today will be your last day. Just, I love that that's a thing I have to be told. Alright, what's going on? Yeah, I am pushing buttons. And the start button was clearly working. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Alright, can I still configure the gamepad? Well, I hate EPSXE. I hate it so much. I hate this stupid emulator. Why can't I configure the gamepad while this is... Okay, so this was all working just fine before we started the stream. I promise you. I playtested it for a little bit. Why? Can I pause the emulator? No, of course I can't. That'd be silly. So I have to close the emulator and open it back up just to configure the gamepad. Oh no, it's doing this stupid thing again. Where it's like pretending one of the buttons doesn't exist, so I have to hold everything down. This is so stupid. I apologize in advance for this. I didn't think we'd be running into any problems. But here we are. Yeah, and it's doing that thing where the controls for the D-pad just are reasons beyond mortal comprehension. Why? Why? It was working just fine. Not even half an hour ago when I was testing it. Okay, it's working now. Third time's a charm. All right, OBS. Hey, the game's up. The proper window's there. You want to
Bad company.
wait, there it goes. I'm muting this time. I don't recall ever having so many issues getting a game to run like this. So, hoping everything goes to plan. The real playthrough should begin now. Okay, there we go. Voice acting's done. For now. Lecherous Triumph family. They fled without attempting to defend their land. And their son is that anime kid who wears goggles on his head, but doesn't actually use them. See, that was actually the cool thing about Vise's design in Skies of Arcadia. He actually used the eye patch for something. Yay! The buttons are working! I can move! No! Why? No! I can't go right! I can't go right. This... Oh my god. How did this little miracle happen? My right got assigned to R2. I'm gonna get to a point where I can save so that we don't have to play the intro anymore, but this is gonna be fascinating to play like this. Okay. Let's go again. If I remember, there's something you can grab in one of these rooms. Yep, there it was. And you want all the NP you can get. Pretty sure you could read one of these books. And wow, I found my diary, December 31st. It was a great day. I wonder why I started from the end of the year. Oh well, only one page has writing on it anyways. Now, the thing you have to understand about Thousand Arms is it's very meta in a lot of its humor. You'll run into NPCs who are like, welcome to this town, and if you talk to me again, I'll say the same exact thing. It's very aware of what it is, and it kind of makes it fascinating to play, especially since it's a game from 1998, and you didn't see a lot of that back then. I mean, nowadays with indie games, you see a lot of it. The greatest beauty of the century, the picture of Miss Mermaid. I really want to meet her. And that's just sitting on your bed. Nice, that's good. This is the most bizarre way I could be playing this game right now. I'm gonna fix this as soon as we can save. And here's the problem with the emulator. I don't know if this is gonna cause more issues later on, but with EPSXE, whatever your previous bit of dialogue was in some windows, it will just kind of show up again in the background. But running RetroArch was making it worse because it was cutting out the voice acting and sound and only letting me use one of the cores instead of like the three that are... It's weird. It's so weird. Anyways, the Precepts of Braun are founder of the Triumph family. We are spiritual blacksmiths and noblemen capable of creating swords and wielding them skillfully. Believe my descendants these words, never become jaded in the pursuit of your goals. You'll succeed if you maintain passion in your journeys. Furthermore, I will share with you the secret technique. Only with a pure heart will the elemental spirits dwell in your sword. Do not forget my words. And the wisdoms of Piss Triumph. Never become jaded in the midst of pursuing your goals. Only applies when you create a sword, also applies when you're trying to win the ladies' hearts, too. Master Bronner said if an elemental spirit dwells in your sword, then... What? It's a bit different. Aha, don't worry, such petty things. That's enough of that book. Also, this was one of those RPGs where, like, even though, like, Final Fantasy VII was already out by this time and kind of had a somewhat established controls, this was another one where it's like, all right, we're bringing it to the West, so, X is going to be select, and you're like, oh, so circle's going to be cancel, and they're like, no, it's going to be triangle. And it's weird going back and knowing that with a game like this. Oh, what happened, young master? All right, so I will warn you, and again, it's why I think this game probably hasn't aged too well. Some of the dialogue is, Young Master, you should stop flirting with the girls and spend more time training. Sob, sob. Why are you crying? What's up, Young Master? Today is the last day I'll get to see you. That's a little more of an excuse to be crying. Let's see, Young Master, I think Sir Musa, the swordsman who paid us a visit the other day, was really amazing. I love strong swordsmen like him. Oh, Young Master, you aren't supposed to touch me like... What? Like what? We're leaving it alone. Triumph family is an honorable family that has ruled over the land of Kant for generations. Wherever you go, you must not forget the pride of being a member of the Triumph family. Please lead a reputable life. Weren't you just in the hallway? I know who you think. The butler of the honorable Triumph family will be at your side at all times. I love it's just like a silly excuse thing, but again, like I said, the game's kind of meta. So like seeing the butler be in two different places is like, well, that's kind of weird, don't you think? Haha, funny, funny, they do it in RPGs. You can't stop that! Nope! Stop. We're leaving it alone again. It's done! You are so wonderful, Master Cliff. Alright, here's where, like, another weird thing with this comes in. So, for some of the dialogue, like, especially when it does voice acting, it transitions to anime portraits, but it tries to do it in a way where it's like, oh, the characters are actually there, so, this camera change might freak you out a little. Oh, voice acting.
What the hell are you doing at a time like this? The enemy is closing in on us.
That's exactly why I'm with this pretty woman. I'm making a stronger sword.
Obviously.
Well, you are a spirit blacksmith, and this, I guess, is your job, but I don't know about this woman thing.
I like that it's like this is the last time you can flirt with girls, Mice. Mice just like, I don't know. I don't know about the ladies.
Don't you think there are other things you should be doing now, like gathering weapons and soldiers or something?
I am very impressed, Mice. That's my son.
That mustache.
That's not the point, Father.
I know, Mice. The Dark Acolytes attacked Trotgould several weeks ago. And now they came almost within reach of Kant. I don't know what they want, but I'm prepared to fight them. Mice, you should be prepared as well.
This voice acting is, like, really crisp and clear for a PlayStation game. Just hearing it in my ear.
Wow, I'm impressed. It sounds like you finally pulled yourself together. Okay then, I'll...
Kinda used to at least a little bit of compression. The game is on 2 discs also, by the way. So, that could be doing it. Impress the ladies with my charms.
What? Are you crazy? I didn't raise you to be like that. Even more important than my land is my property, my people. It's my duty to protect my people.
Yes, protect them with your long
More importantly, I can't die now. There are desirable women waiting for me. People are preparing to leave the land. Mice, you should get ready too.
Like, right now. 10 more minutes, Mice, please. I need them. I like that he was talking before we even stopped. There's Dark Acolytes, so cool. Alright,
I guess she's okay too. What a relief.
I am unsure if I'm going to have to mute the stream here. In a little bit. I don't know how the intro movie because it's a full lyrical song and everything. I don't know how YouTube's copyright's gonna handle that. Sad face. Let's go. I immediately forgot I needed to push R2 to go right. Why? Why do you do this to me, PSXC? I don't think there's a... No, I think you have to go back to the room your dad was in. Come on! Come on, R2, work with me! No, everyone's leaving. Is there something I can grab in here, though? I don't know. It's been forever since I played this. I haven't played this since... Oh, gosh, I want to say it was like 2000s I played this. Oh, yep, there was something back here. Cool. You want as much of that MP as possible, because if I recall, you use the MP to level up your blades so you can get more skills. One of the advantages of playing this on an emulator now, though. I remember the loading times being... yeah, for this game. This R2 shit. This kid's just standing here. Explosions are going off. It's just like, I did. Fight back, people might get hurt. Yeah, people might. People might get hurt if we don't fight back. I'd argue more. Statue. Okay. Good time to look at this. While we're getting bombed. Look at that turn. Two, most people have already evacuated. I'm leaving too! Sad face. Whee! Oh, the camera's more disorienting than I remember it being. Oh no, everyone left. Time to take their crap. I mean, this is an RPG. Actually, I don't remember. Is there anything? Please. The literal moment I can save. Just you wait, EPSXC. Oh, yep, there was. Random spot for that. Anyways, yeah, you want to make sure to grab as much of this as possible. I don't think you can come back here after the intro starts rolling, so, it doesn't hurt to nab everything on the way while you can. They still haven't hit me yet. Bombs are going off everywhere. We're all gonna die. Ooh, hey, some MP. It's like playing triple triad in Final Fantasy VIII.
Hurry! This way!
Oh! So, EPSXC might have just crashed. I can't win with this game! This was the problem I was having with RetroArch. Stream is broken! Not even half an hour in. Oh my god, okay. So I'm gonna boot it up in RetroArch quick. I don't know. I might just have to pull up the PS3. That might just have to happen. Oh, God. Okay, let me see. Set core. Why will it only play with the one core? I don't understand. Okay. I can't believe I have to play this intro again. Again! Oh. Well, here's to hoping it doesn't crash. Because what was supposed to happen, it was supposed to do another one of those, like, transitions for the characters. Alright. Does... There's a rewind, but there isn't a fast forward. Son of a gun. Why? Yeah, let me show you an example of what's going on with the voice acting. With this emulator.
I said stop it. But I'm starving. This is all their fault.
That.
If it wasn't for them, I could still be having fun with the late.
Now, thankfully, a lot of this game isn't initially voice acting, but when you do the dates, it's all voice acting. So, this is gonna suck. Everything is awful. Oh, dear Lord. So, we're replaying the intro again for the third. Hey, the actual transitions work in this emulator, instead of it just doing the dumb fade out. Okay. Well, I can, like, live with that. All the transition works. Even the dithering effects are there. And the frame rate's better. Okay. I might be able to put up with the audio problem. You know, a little. Plus, I love this core for RetroArch. Like, seriously, it does everything in its absolute power to emulate what the game originally looked like. And if I'm gonna be playing a PlayStation 1 game, I better have my shit dither effects. Oh wow, look, I can read the text in this! And it even does the proper fade out. Wow, EPS6E just sucks. Because it's always sucked, admittedly. We just put up with it because it's all we had at the time. Alright, well, the voice acting thing's really going to annoy me, but something tells me we'll actually be able to play the game. Also, I don't have to use the R2 button to go right, so that's, good. I don't think talking to anyone... We're gonna do it just in case. So the stream starts again. I cannot believe the problems we're running into. So, I'm gonna try to skip as much of this as possible. I don't think you can skip any of the scenes that have voice acting, though.
What the hell are you doing at a time like
you
this?
can't. So we're just
The enemy is closing in on us.
Well, that voice clip fully played out.
That's exactly why I'm with this pretty woman. I'm making a stronger sword.
That one didn't.
Well, you are a
Hang on a sec.
spirit blacksmith, and this, I guess, is your job, but I don't know about this woman thing.
So if I pause the game when there's dialogue going on and unpause it, it fully plays it out.
Don't you think there are other things you should be doing now, like gathering weapons and soldiers or something?
Yes. So if I pause again when he talks...
I am very impressed, Mice. That's my son.
This emulator's weird.
That's not the point, Father.
So if we
I
want
know,
to stop
Mice.
the dialogue
Dark
every
acolytes
time,
attacked Trudgold several
we can
weeks
make
ago.
sure it plays properly.
And now they came almost within reach of Kant.
Wait, that
I don't
one
know what
fully
they
played
want,
out.
but I'm prepared to fight them. Mice, you should be prepared as well.
What's going on with this dialogue?
I'm impressed.
Now it's working again.
It sounds like you finally pulled yourself together. Okay, then, I'll...
What?
I love that
Are you
face.
crazy? I didn't raise you to be like that.
Okay, the voice acting's working now for some
Even
reason.
more important than my land is my property, my people. It's my duty to protect my people.
Yes.
More importantly, I can't die now. There are desirable women waiting for me.
Also, the lip
People are preparing
flaps
to leave the land. Mice, you should get ready too.
match with what they're saying also. You didn't really get that luxury back then. It wouldn't have really mattered, but they put in the effort. Of the Dark Acolytes was overwhelming, but there weren't any casualties. Okay, bye.
I guess she's okay, too. What a relief.
Yeah, now the voice acting. What? What are you, emulator? Look, as long as we can get past the intro, I will be fine. Okay, let's go get that MP again. Nothing works this way. Nothing works this week. Alright. Speed us down. Alright, let's get going, kid. They're bombing us and everything. Hey, bro, why aren't we fighting back? All right. Let's go grab the MP stuff again. You know what I really should do before anything else? I should probably save state just in case something does happen. And we just can't play this game at all, and I have to go grab the PS3. Knowing my luck, we may end up having to do that. And there's no guarantees that the PS3 is going to play it any better, of course. I tried playing the original, my original Silent Hill on the PS1, PS3. And every time I tried, without fail, as soon as I picked up the radio and the first monster burst through the diner window, the audio garbles every time without fail. Alright, I'm going to play this real safe. And we're going to save state. Just in case anything goes wrong.
Hurry! This way!
Now the voice acting's crapping out again.
Wow! What a babe!
Why?
Pretty women should be embraced by a man.
What?
Come,
Wait.
jump into my arms.
Wait, that's not what that meant. Slap him.
Oh, wow, wait, I didn't mean all of you, hey! Oh!
See, he wasn't denying that the rest of them were supposed to come up. He just accepted it. He's like, oh, okay, fine. This is about what I deserve for being a creep. Done.
Where did everybody go?
Okay, seriously, why is the voice acting doing that again? It was, like, it was fixed, and now it's not.
I'm starving. My vision is blurred. Dark acolytes took
I can't
everything
win.
from me. My noble status, the land my family has ruled for 7 generations. I've lost everything. All I have left... this sword.
Time to sell it.
Oh, I'm so hungry. Should I sell my sword?
I think it's a good idea.
No, this is my heritage. What am I gonna do now?
Slam. All right, so here's where I'm unsure if YouTube's going to start copyright claiming this stream or not. I'm going to turn it down just in case. Wait, not that far down. Yeah, there we go. Okay. And I only do this because YouTube terrifies me. I actually like this intro song. Look at that CG. I guess I should talk a little over this just to make sure YouTube doesn't try to screw me over with it. Yeah, I guess if you want to listen to the whole thing, I'm sure someone has it on YouTube, but the last thing I need is another copyright claim on this channel for a dumb reason. And again, this audio is really clear. I'm just kind of used to PlayStation 1 games, just kind of having a lot of the audio compressed to save on disk space. But not here. Oh, hey, look. We've already resorted to copying over footage. It is an anime game. They're reusing footage. Boysby. Okay, I think we're safe to turn it back up now. There we go. Well, YouTube didn't yell at me, so that worked. And now the music is PlayStation 1 all over it. It was a lady! I better go save her! Must be a pretty girl. There it is. Punt! I think she's taking care of herself just fine. See? Guess mad was a big mistake. Better stop resisting. Or else, I really don't... Is that a threat? Chivalry to the rescue. A perfect opportunity to show off. All I need is a swing of my sword. Every other dialogue option is literally just when Commander Shepard is talking to any lady. I'm just like, oh, yeah. Yeah! Snapped in two. And the epic beatdown of your life commences now.
Sounds like he's done.
I hear the voice of an angel.
Calm down there, Anakin. Actually, these two
coming
things would
too?
have come out right around the same time.
How do you feel?
Like $1 million.
Thank you for saving me. What's your name?
I didn't save Jack.
I'm Mice.
I couldn't even
Mice
swallow
Triumph.
my pride and save that with that kind of a beatdown.
I'm Sedina. It's a pleasure to meet you. After you fainted, my brother Jabil drove the gang. Jabil is a spirit blacksmith, and he is well known in Boisby. Even the master comes to him to have his sword fixed.
Sedina. You're awake. You look like a blacksmith by the hammer you're carrying.
Yes, and I slept on it too. My back.
I am from the Triumph family, a renowned blacksmith family from Kent.
Oh, the Triumphs, huh? I heard they just ran from the land instead of protecting it. How pathetic.
Oh, pathetic.
If you are from a family of blacksmiths, why do you treat your sword so poorly?
Well, I mean... I didn't mean to.
I don't mind breaking a sword or two if it saves a beautiful lady from harm.
That's... And just like Mass Effect, that is exactly the choice I didn't pick when I made it.
You sound like you come from 7 generations of pigs. Watch yourself, Sedina.
He's not wrong.
I don't think you know the real value of this sword.
What? Oh my god! It has After Effects.
This is the light of sorrow. The sword is sad because of your ignorance.
How dare you upset
I'll
your
fix this
piece of
sword
metal?
for you on one condition.
You give it a lot of love and affection and you tuck it in at night.
Mice?
You'll fix it? But on what condition?
Go to the ruins north of town and bring back a special mineral. You may only take your broken.
And just having the broken sword
The
kind of
ruins
makes the
are full of
opening
monsters that you
yeah.
must fight to get the mineral. You'd better be well prepared for.
Why is the
Don't be
dialogue
upset with him,
sometimes
Mice.
working?
He likes you, but has a funny way of showing it.
No, his intentions were pretty clear, and I agree with him.
Spirit controls the flow of everything. When there's a spirit within the sword, it gains great...
Responsibility.
My brother can instill the power of the spirit into the swords that he forged.
Jez. And that's that conversation. We're done with that, right? MP to grab up here. Again, it's been a long time since I played this. Lock! No, I kind of, like, as much as I don't like mice, I actually really like the concept of this game. But, oh, hey, there's some stuff here. And it, despite how much of a creep mice starts out as, the game really plays along with it very humorously. It treats him like he's actually a jerk, because, well, you know, he is a jerk. So everyone's like, oh, well, you're just a pig. And eventually he starts to get around that, but not really. Not really. By the second disc, I remember still being annoyed with him by the second disc. I hated mice. But I liked the other characters, because you had so many characters in this who were just, like, very chipper, very happy. I was about to say, it's a very humorous game in that regard, and this was during a time where most RPGs just took themselves very seriously. So, it was fun to play a game like that. You're going to the ruins, are you? Yeah, that was the plan. Get moving! Don't rush me, jeez. Just instruction guy comes up to you. Hey, did you know you can open doors? Let me tell you a little about how battle works. Yeah, this is the main reason that the triangle button is tied to being the cancel button and the rush button. Yes, there it is. Because of how the combat works, you normally always have two people with you. Anytime you're in a battle, when you have that person with you, you can use skills with that character and swap them out on the fly. And different characters you have paired up with you always have unique skills. And you don't have to have mice as your character once you get more party members. And there's a lot of really cool combinations you can make, depending on what characters you have doing what skills they can learn. It's a really cool concept for a game like this. Having the characters all start relating to each other enough and, developing as actual, party members and getting used to the ways they fight. It's cool. I like it. And again, a lot of the dating aspect in this is just kind of played out for humor. But, it doesn't make me like mice anymore. Sarcastic old Biddy. But that's where the similarity is. Thanks. Yeah, well, I was told to go out all on my lonesome and die in the forest, so I'm gonna exercise my God-given right to do such a thing. Why does everyone want to be held in such strong hands? That door didn't even open. What's shaking? Okay, I'm glad we had this conversation. You like talking to me, don't you? I just remembered, most characters, you can talk to them twice for different dialogue in this, that's right. Danger, something like that. And sometimes they only have one thing to say. Why aren't the doors opening? That's weird. Alright, we're gonna want at least one potion because you're gonna get the shit beaten out of you when you're out there. Fighting by yourself and with a broken sword is pretty bad. A map I can open. There we go. Alright, now I just gotta remember how to get out of town. No, there's a map. There it is. All right. Now we can actually leave. There we go. Yep, there it is. This is Todd's Boys Mean. If you ask me again, I'll say the same thing. Funny, huh? Yeah, like I said, it's a very meta RPG, and it baffles me that we got a game like this in the US at all. Especially for the time it came out. Alright, I think we can save them. Yep. Get that out of the way while we can. Yeah, the nice thing about playing this on an emulator, though, is, it's just the fact that we don't have to wait for the load times anymore, thankfully, because, I remember them being, not that good. No! Time for battle. Oh, and hey, the battle transitions work in this emulator. Cool. Now, how a lot of this battle works is there are... if you ever played Grandia, there's, in that series, you can cancel out a lot of enemies' actions by timing when you do yours. It kind of works the same way in this. There's certain moves and abilities that you want to time with your teammates, so that they function and work better. Where those were, though. It still takes forever to get out of the menus, though. Oh, no. No, at the beginning of the game, you don't want to run into one of those spear guys. This might suck. We might get murdered. Oh, wait. No, we might still get murdered. Yeah. Didn't do too much. GG. Oh, hey, we got some potions. Good. I don't think we went to this town up here. Actually, I'm pretty sure I'm going the wrong way. I think they said east. Yeah, this is definitely the town way. Oh, this is can't. Ugh. Yeah, we're supposed to be going, leave. Supposed to the beach. I don't think we can go in here yet. Turn it around. Yeah, on the PlayStation, that transition took a lot longer. Now, unfortunately, a lot of the really cool things that you can do in combat, we just can't do yet. So we gotta settle with just attacking. That's a good thing we packed potions. Look at that inventory you get, though. Freaking Earthbound would be jealous. Alright. Pretty sure this is the way we're supposed to. The mines are ruins. Oh, good. 2 of them. That's what I needed today. Now, I think there's a way to do multiple... Oh, no. There we go, yep. I think there's a way to do multiple attacks when you get one in. Or it might just be, like a critical hit when it happens. But there's a way to do multiple hits, per turn. And I forget. Again, it's been so long. Your pants... Your boots are so big and your pants are so long, man. No, that's definitely not the ruins. So it's gotta be this spot up here, then. Oh, 3 of them. Yeah, good! What I needed right now. Yeah, that was it, yeah. I was about to say, I was pretty sure you could do multiple attacks. Yeah, I was about to say, I think you just keep mashing the X button when it happens. There's a way to do it consistently. I think it kind of works like the, like how it works in Mother 3, where there's a specific timing to do it. I don't know. Once again, it's it's been so long since I played this. No, we can't get to him from there. So we gotta cross the bridge and then go up. Okay. So I was going the right way, just I wasn't. How frequent you got into battles in this, and you kind of need it. I mean, we don't technically need it yet. The experience is nice, but it's not what we need at the moment. Because anytime you're doing battles, you want to have that second person with you so that you're ranking them up. Yeah. So. Yeah. Get out of that menu. I pushed circle to open up the map. Okay. Let's check out what's down here. Probably death. Oh my god, YouTube. Shut up. It's doing that thing where it says the audio bit rate's bad again. Nope, didn't get it that time. But I did get brutally stabbed. Let's use another potion quick. There we go. Ow! Stop it! It pushed circled. Oh, why am I doing that? I don't think this is the ruins. I'm pretty sure the ruins are where I was looking last time. Oh! Time to run. Yeah, we're not supposed to be here yet. Yep. Mm-hmm. Oh, good. You gonna die. I love that the regular move. Why is the death so loud? I love that the regular move did more damage than the special move. Look at that game over.
Don't be discouraged.
Look at that game over screen. I love it. It's peak PS1. And speaking of peak PS1, remember continue buttons? Yeah. Nope, you gotta get booted back to the title screen, boy. Okay, so yeah, that's definitely not the... So it's the ruins that we saw up north that we gotta go to. No save! Okay, well, we don't have any of that experience or, you know, level 3 nonsense, but we do know where we need to go now. I consider that a win. Yep, we are now level 1. Remember to save often, kids. Especially back during the PS1. Autosaves? The hell are those? Alright, here we go. Finally made it. Thought we ran into a battle right before we got there. Alright. Nope, nope, damn it. I just wanted to go left. Actually, probably wouldn't be a bad idea to save in front of here. Ooh, into the spooky mine shaft. Well, I walked into a mine shaft today and didn't expect to see that. But mice, every rose has its thorns. That's the joke. Acquired 2 potion. That's like you automating something in RPG Maker, where it's just got like the extra space in there too for it. Katana Ghost. I love the look of the enemies in this. I really enjoy, like, sprite-based RPGs that mix in 3D elements and everything like this. Like when Bravely... Oh, no. Oh, thank God. Like when Bravely Default and Octopath Traveler, they're such gorgeous games. And a lot of people, I kind of agree with them where they say, like, it just kind of clashes weird and doesn't really go well. I can kind of understand that. But where Bravely Default really benefited from it, was that they used a lot of, like, hand-drawn background assets with 3D characters. And the 3D characters kind of clash with everything, but the background art was so gorgeous. And then they kind of did the they did the polar opposite with Octopath Traveler, where you had sprited characters and bosses and everything, but the environments were in 3D. And oh my gosh, the sprite designs for, like, bosses in that game. I strive to do that kind of stuff. I would love to finally get to the day where I could do sprite work like that. Ha! And that's how you kill a ghost. Who needs Ghostbusters when you have a broken sword? Not that broken sword, you dummy. It's a point-and-click game. And of course, this dungeon is a maze. Actually, that was my other biggest gripe with this, and I swear they did it to kind of just extend the game. Oh, two of them. They really did it to extend the length of this game. A bunch of dungeons in this are just labyrinths, and it sucks. It really sucks, especially later on. Well, there we go. We got it that time. Oh, besides the gold, we're almost back to where we were. Hey, are you surprised? I'm the saved machine. I will record everything you've done. It's that fucking SpongeBob text. He's doing the lean over like, hey, minute. Kind exist all over the world. Talk to them in order to save your game. What I'm trying to say is that we're on your side, understood? No. Damn it. I was just kind of hoping he'd say, well, fine then. Now you just can't save. Yes, we just killed a ghost earlier, and the ghost let us save. I mean, they're not adorable little frogs, but they'll do. Keep it up. Oh, hey, this is the rock we need. What? Scimitar crap. I love that. Just look at that design. Look at that sprite work. I love it. I love it so much. Didn't get it that time. He didn't attack that whole turn, so now he's going to immediately attack. Nope, still didn't get it that time. There we go. Yeah, the fun thing about this is you can always plan your attacks out in advance. Ah, shit. Oh, we got him. Because you can see what the enemy's move is going to be on the left-hand side for both rows. So it's... I really like that it does that because it lets you really plan out the combat in advance. And, in fact, is something you need to pay attention to strategically as the game goes on. Flowing through my body is the power of the elemental spirits. You have obtained the mineral. And because the game is nice, it does take you back out, but there's more stuff to get in there. So I don't want to leave just yet. Plus, if we leave now, we're going to be severely underleveled. And there's good shit to fight in there. Back in we go. Hey, look, we have it's not a lightsaber. I promise. It's the power of your sword liking you more. Didn't go down here last time. Yeah, and we're gonna want a little more gold so we can get some equipment too. Oh, hey. Another one of those. I really don't remember the timing on that. It won't matter for this part of the game, but doing that little bit of extra damage your turn really matters for boss fights later on. So, it won't matter for this, you know, casualist playthrough we're doing. There's a chest over there. See, and a lot of people, when they go back to play older RPGs and everything like this, the one thing that really gets to them... Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy! Oh, I only did 4 damage. Alright. Is stuff like the battle transitions and everything in this, and yet... it's still faster to get into a battle and out of a battle in this game than it is in Final Fantasy VII. Even with all the little transitions, because Final Fantasy VII needs to take that little extra time to, load up more 3D models for all the monsters you're fighting, get all their data, everything else. It's why the transition took so long. Originally, I think when they did the Greatest Hits version, they fixed it somewhat. I remember reading that somewhere. It might not be true, but I do remember reading it. And of course, you know, just the transitions kind of looked cool. We could put up with that stuff when we were kids, because it was fresh, it was new. About to say, seeing these games have 3D polygonal graphics, even if they looked bogus and crap now. Back when, you know, I was an 8-year-old kid playing Final Fantasy VII, it blew my mind the way that game looked. I remember, and I still have it. Oh my god, at that time. One of my friends that I used to go over to when I was a kid, he had a PS1, but I didn't have one. Not until later. Pretty much a pseudo PC family growing up, and a lot of my friends basically had all the consoles we played on. But I remember we got freaking Pizza Hut one time, and oh, was that everything? There might have been a spot we didn't go to yet. That's fine. We're just gonna keep going. And Pizza Hut had those demo discs. Yeah, right before we leave. I still have that demo disc. It was the one with Final Fantasy VIII on it. And I went over, and my friend was like, "Oh, you got a demo disc with Final Fantasy VIII?" And we played that because we played 7 so much. And we were so excited, we played through that demo just again and again. We couldn't wait for the full game to come out. Actually, it might have been out by the time that demo disc was out. Actually, it might have been. But there was a couple demos on there. What I distinctly remember from that Final Fantasy VIII demo, though, is that the music was different. So when you're actually going out and doing the mission for Seed, in the original game, it's got a different music track playing during that whole thing. And I was like, I can't find this music anywheres online. And I thought I was just misremembering it. Like, just like, oh, it just didn't exist. You know, I was a kid. I probably didn't remember it correctly. But no, when I went and put the demo disc back in, I'm like, oh, hey, no, it was different. And I don't think that song that was used in the demo was actually used anywhere else in Final Fantasy VIII. So it was kind of interesting to hear. And not know that my, kid brain was completely messed up at the time. What else are you gonna do when you're doing RPG battles? Oh, hey. Slightly. When that little icon pops up on someone's head, it means their turn got delayed slightly. There's a lot of different, like, slight slow status effects you can do on enemies, but there's a random chance it'll happen just from basic attacks. And when you power up your swords, if I remember correctly, you get a higher chance of it just occurring naturally, too, in regular attacks. Couldn't even make it another 5 steps. Of course, we keep running into these Choro spears? Alright. Good job. We were like 2 hit points away from actually killing it. Okay, we made it. Why do I keep doing it? I don't know why I keep pushing triangle. Not triangle, circle to open up the map. I don't know. Because the games I've been playing recently don't have anything like that in them. Because you open up the map with R2 in Final Fantasy VII Remake, and in Persona, I'm pretty sure it's square. No, square's for the phone. Alright. I got the mana roll. Oh, here we go. Oh, my God! I'm not Vinny spending today.
It's always like this. At least there are fewer women than...
Harumph.
Jobble, are my knives ready?
Do I look busy to you? Just gonna keep beating the same spot. Actually, it doesn't even look like he's hitting the blade. It looks like he's just hitting the mason.
Jobble, is my sister's sword ready? Jobble, have you sharpened my knife?
Jobble? I don't know how to do anything. I've never even heard of a whetstone.
Mr. Jobble, is my sword ready?
Wait, is she getting jealous over there being so many girls around when, like, 2 of them are clearly, like, under 10?
I'm sorry, but you all must go. I can't work while you're here.
Oh, I like it when he's cold
He
like
is
that.
so
That
cool.
must
That must be his secret to popularity. I can't wait
He
anymore.
blows everyone
I
off.
must
Do you want to become his apprentice? Is this always a choice? No. I don't employ swine. Eventually. Now go get some rest.
I'm glad to be your student, Matt.
I don't think he said yes to that at all.
Don't say that. You make me feel so
Old.
Okay, Master.
What a jerk. Meanwhile... at the obvious evil council of evil doom and evilness.
As you wish, Your Majesty.
Shaft!
We are expanding as planned.
Get back to Dracula's castle, you dummy.
This world is about to become yours.
Good.
And what is the status of that matter?
I love that we get the Emperor good long before Revenge of the Sith.
Yes, we have found the person with that power. We have made him aware of the greatness of your power. It is only a matter of time.
I still
before
love
he
that we got like
decides to
2
join
different
us.
PlayStation games around the same time where one of the villains' names was Shaft.
This world is divided between the clan of darkness and the clan of light.
Wow, what an original concept.
I need the holy flame of the light to complete my plan.
It's so bonkers generic.
We need someone who belongs to the dark clan, who can also wield the flame of the light.
But how can we find someone in darkness who's enveloped in light? You have to go ask someone from Kingdom Hearts for that.
Find he who is worthy and bring him to me.
Okay, I'll admit, that's actually a good line roll at the end there. Bring him to me. Yeah, I can't roll that.
As you wish.
There we go, that's better. I'm so glad we got to see into the villain's evil layer of evilness, even for a brief moment. Hey, look! He's actually under the covers. You have so many RPGs where they don't put the characters under covers, they just sleep on top of the bed. Mostly it's always an issue with 3 games. Just rendering a blanket moving around like that is an understandable pain in the ass. Like, I remember when Heavy Rain had characters like putting pants on, and it was just like, wow, look at that! Because you just didn't see that in the game before, you know? Look at this glowing shit. Patient, like you already know how to do this. You're a blacksmith, why don't you give it a try? Just beat it! I like that he's apparently hitting it twice every time. Yes, let's see. I don't think the lights are on with his. No shit! Oh, come on! And I can see your effort. Only when you check out girls. Gah! Oh. He's being harsh. I must tolerate it for my goal. Watch what I can do with a good tool. Get it, yeah. Huh. Apparently all it
Mice,
takes is just
concentrate.
hitting.
Put your heart into it, and the spirit will know.
Why don't you just tell him this? Well, I'm out. This shit sucks. He won't even let me touch his hammer. That's bad. It's a lot different from can't. Like, there are actually things you can do here, mice. That's a joke. That's the lowest hanging fruit. And I plucked it. Alright, what time do we got? Oh, wow, 8:30 on the dot. Nope, wait, nope, it just turned 8:31 as I said that, so almost on the dot. Alright, well, we didn't... Unfortunately, I was kind of hoping we were going to get to the parts where Sedina actually joins up, and I can show you how the skill system and everything in this game works, because it's the one property I really enjoy the most out of it. And the dates are just kind of fun little distraction things. But, yeah. Because the first half an hour was just us constantly having this get messed up, we're gonna have to end it here. So, as usual, I'm not gonna do a playthrough of this. It's, as much as I don't know, I'd have to play more of it to see if it actually still holds up or not. That's a lot of what I've been doing this whole month. It's just kind of going back, replaying some old games that I enjoyed, seeing if they still hold up. And you know what? Funnily enough, I think especially with the humor in this game, I think it holds up better today than it did, like, maybe 10 years ago. Because we have a lot of indie games that come out with this sense of humor, kind of like, you know, the look of it, the charm, the, you know, kind of silly premise of how the combat and everything works. We have so many indie games come out that just do bonker little plot stuff like this that, yeah, a game like this could work today. And heck, a lot of, we've kind of moved past trying to, replicate, you know, NES, SNES, a lot of pixel-based games, and we've slowly but surely been doing more of, PlayStation 1 era games with a lot of, indie products. And that's been catching on, so I think this holds up even more just because of that. But for now, I don't know. I'm still kind of, I still like it. It definitely gets better. It gets better as it rolls on. Because we've been at it for only about an hour, realistically, because we had to replay it 3 times. Oh, jeez. But yeah, it's 1,000 Arms is very obscure. I had no idea. When I found it, I picked it up from a friend who was just looking to get rid of some of their old PlayStation 1 games. They didn't want them anymore. And I'm like, well, this is interesting. And now, I think 1,000 Arms goes for, like, insane prices. It might not actually be that crazy. But I remember searching for it. I was like, I don't know how anyone hasn't heard about this game before. And I was about to say, I kind of like it. It's pretty good. But of course, with it being a PlayStation 1 game now, and that's like that's the big retro craze that's going on, as people are collecting PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, Xbox, GameCube games again. So those are jacking up in price all over. Dreamcast games too, especially. Oh, well, some of the prices on this aren't too bad. But for some reason, I'm seeing a lot of listings of just the disc 2. I don't know why. There's a couple here that don't have the box. That's like $45. There's one with the complete with the box for $91. Holy cow. No manual or stickers for $70. Wow. So, okay, maybe not as cheap as I was thinking, but this still isn't bad. And, of course, as is the usual case for when you're a collector like this, especially when you're looking at stuff like Klonoa, oh my god, getting a Japanese copy is much cheaper. And, in fact, Klonoa is a game you could easily play without needing, like, full English translation. Yes and no. I was about to say this. The story, yeah. But thankfully, you don't have to pay outrageous prices to play Klonoa, because you can just pick it up on the PS3, PSP, and Vita for like $10, I think. But But yeah, so yeah, the current craze right now is like PS1 to GameCube games. Like that's what people are really retro and nostalgic for right now. So the prices have been jacked up tremendously. So yeah, Thousand Arms goes for a bit, but a used copy with both discs. Like I said, there's one here for $45. That's just the discs. So that's not bad. I've seen worse. I've seen far worse for PlayStation games. But and I don't think this ever actually got a re-release on the PlayStation Network at all. I doubt it was ever that popular to begin with. It's very niche. Of course, today you could see an indie studio releasing a game like this, and you're like, oh, that's kind of cool and it's cute. And in fact, we did get games with systems like this, like Undertale has a dating, not technically dating, but there is dating in it, that plays into the main game for getting some of the endings. But in this, it's a core concept of the actual RPG mechanics, which I really like. You get new skills, you power up your blades, they get different elements depending on who you side with, who's in your party, things like that. It's really interesting and cool. But yeah, for tonight, we're gonna wrap it up. Oh gosh, I kept the stream begin image up. We're gonna wrap it up for tonight just because it's getting late and I have a lot of work to do tomorrow. But hey, the weekend's almost here. It's another reason I look forward to doing these streams every Thursday, because just like the day after is Friday and I get to enjoy the weekend. It's gonna be great. So next week, because I did say we'd keep playing Parasite Eve, I might hold off on that. What I'm going to do is, because this vote was so close, with the poll, like Thousand Arms just won over by a vote. Pretty much everything else got tied in that poll, except Avalon Code. Nobody voted on that. So we are just going to vote on what's left for the next stream. So yeah, I think that should be fun. We're going to hang on a second. YouTube, what are you doing? YouTube, don't be complaining at me again, please. Hey, YouTube's complaining at me again. What a surprise. I'm so used to it by now, though. So yeah. So for our last 3 games that we're going to do a poll on, we've got Sigma Star Saga, which, if you were ever curious about where the my icon for everything comes from, the main character is from Sigma Star Saga. It's Ian Record. I really, really like that game on the Game Boy Advance. It has some glaring flaws and could definitely do with a remake. I actually talked to Way Forward about it before. If they'd ever want to go back and remake or do a sequel for it and everything else. And they said it's out of their hands because they don't actually own Sigma Star Saga. I was like, well, that's kind of sad. I think it's Bandai Namco that owns it, and they're not doing, jack with it. But that game was a fun mix of a top-down platformer, sort of platformer, and a side-scrolling space shoot-'em-up with RPG elements. It's actually kind of fun. My biggest gripe with it is just how many battles you get into on a regular basis. It's kind of, yeah. Avalon Code. Avalon Code is a game that is such a conundrum to me. Because I never finished it. And every time I went back and played it, I was trying to figure out why. And then it hit me. Avalon Code starts out brilliantly. In fact, you get really into its main mechanic, where you're going around searching for secrets. You essentially, the whole game is the world is going to end, and you have a book called the Avalon Code to fill up everything that happens in it. And you acquire properties from everything you fill up. So say you run into a guard that has iron armor on. You can actually take the iron property and place it on something else, like one of your weapons or something in the environment. It's really cool. Very interesting concept. But as you get further on, the game keeps adding more and more mechanics to try to up the complexity, and it ruins other mechanics every single time it does it. It's bizarre. I've seen games with like way too many mechanics and try to do too many things at once. Like Omicron always comes to mind. Good game, but it tries to be everything, and it's good at nothing because of that. But Avalon Code is really good at what it does, and then every new mechanic they introduce ruins one of the previous ones. It's weird. And then the last game is Dragon View for the SNES, which I believe is actually the second game in the Dragon series, I think. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I'm looking that up really quick, because I always knew it as Dragon View. Released in Japan as Super Dragon, otherwise known as Dragon 2. Okay, yep. But Dragon's View was just cool. I really remember fondly enjoying that game. However, I was let known on Twitter that there is a speedrunning strat to finish the game sooner, which is it's called the Grand Memory Clobber strat, where you go through the entire game without saving once. And if you manage to do that and beat one of the bosses, the entire game has a massive memory leak, which has a chance of showing the end credits. And so you can essentially beat the whole game in like an hour if that happens. I think I'll save state before we get to that point if that one wins. But after I was told that, I have to do that now, because I never knew about that playing it as a kid. But Dragon View is cool. Very cool. That's another game I was trying to get a physical copy of for the longest time, and I might just have to settle on a reproduction cart, because by God, getting an English copy is nuts. It's like close to $90 to $120. Not for the box, just for the cartridge. So yeah, those are going to be the 3 choices for next week. I'll throw the poll up again on Monday, and we'll leave it at that. So for tonight, we'll wrap it up here. Thanks for everyone who came around. Have a good night, and stay safe.